right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I am Jack Benedict. Many of you may know me as the president of this club. We welcome you here, however far away you came to see us. I just want to give you a quick introduction to our MC for the night, Liam O'Donoghue. Even though I'm technically the director of this performance, he's really the one who's been busting his butt. So without further ado, thank you very much, Jack.
Friends, Romans, gamers, lend me your ears. Welcome one and all to the Maryland Shakespeare Players Spring 2022 Revue. My name is Liam, and as Jack said, I am your Maryland Shakespeare Players treasurer. I'm thrilled to be your MC tonight. Now, we're so excited for you to be here in person once again, and can I get a quick round of applause for our guest of honor, Dr. Nelson. Dr. Nelson is our faculty advisor and helped us secure this fantastic theater. You might notice that we are not in some weird basement, so that's great. Very happy. Yes! This actually is not our first time in the Ulrich Recital Hall. Our last review here was held way back in the maskless days of 2019. It's wonderful to be back, and we've got a great venue and an even better show tonight. Now, coming up, we have 5 scenes from the Shakespearean canon, entirely directed and performed by UMD students, and plenty of opportunities for you, the very audience before me, to get up on stage and compete to win the ultimate bragging rights. That's not true. You're not going to be getting up. You won't be standing. It'll be a fun time. Yeah, so that's not part of the script anymore. At the top of the review as well that this is a fundraiser, and those interested in kicking us a few bucks can do so at MD_Shakespeare on Venmo or using cash on a donation box. We'll also be selling t-shirts after the show. Come and find me, I'll be up there. We also have some fantastic opportunities for you, our lovely audience, to get some splendid prizes with an auction and even influence the fabled exec scene with dares from one of our other classic MDSP traditions, which shall not be named. All funds raised from this event shall go towards costumes, sets, and other expenses for our upcoming spring mainstage show, King Lear. But that's all to come later. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy our very first scene of the night. To start us off, we have The Tempest, Act 2, Scene 2, starring Kieran Luxick as Caliban, Claire Riley as Trinculo, Cyrus Escalera as Stefano, and I'm very pleased to welcome the scene's director, Logan Delvin Hoover, to the stage. Let's give Logan a hand.
Hello everyone, I'm Logan Delvin Hoover. I'm directing for your enjoyment Act 2, Scene 2 of The Tempest. In this scene, you'll see Caliban, the unwilling servant of a wizard on a remote island, meet 2 victims of a shipwreck washed up on shore. He's only seen 3 people in his entire life, so this goes well. I chose the scene because it's hilarious. I'm a big fan of The Tempest, and I hope you enjoy it.
All the infections that the sons of sun from bogs, fens, flats, on prosper fall by intramural disease. His spirits hear me, but I needs must curse whether nor pitch, frighten me with earthly shows, pitch me out of mind, nor lead me like a firebrand in the dark out my way, lest he hit him. But for every trifling he sets them on me, sometimes like apes that mow and chatter at me, and after bite me, then like hedgehogs that lie tumbling and barefoot way, and set their pricks on my bare feet. Oh, and sometimes I'm wowed by adders who with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. for bringing wood in slowly. I'll fall flat. Perchance you will not mind me.
Here's no bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all. And another storm coming. I hear it sing in the wind. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one, cannot choose but looks like a foul bombard that fall by hailfuls. Storms with the four know not where to hide my head. What have we here? A man or a fish? Dead or alive? Oh, a fish. He smells like a fish. Ooh, a very ancient, fish-like smell. Kind of not the most poor John. A strange fish, legged like a man, and his fins like arms. Warm on my trot, I do not lose my opinion. Hold it no longer. This is no fish, but an islander that had recently suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm has come again. Ugh. My best way is to creep under his gabardine. There is another shelter hereabouts. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. I will here hide till the trench and storm be past.
Oh, I shall no more to the sea. Here I shall die ashore. There's a scurvy between this thing and a man's funeral. Well, here's my comfort. Oh, the bastard is swallowed, the boat's laying high, the gunman is named Otamar, Meg, Mary, Marjorie. But none of us cared for Kay, for she had a son with the tang, cried to the sailor, go hang. She cared not the sailor would have taught nor pitch, but Taylor might scratch her wherever she did it, to see boys, and let her go. Do not torment me! Oh! What's the matter? Are we devils here? I am not feared to drowning, to be stuffed at by you. 4 legs! As prosperous as ever cannot make him give ground, and it shall be said again, whilst Stefano still beats at nostrils. This spirit torments me! Oh! This must be some monster of evil, as I take it with 4 legs and a fever. How the devil should he learn our language? I shall give him some relief if it be but for minutes. Do not torment me. Prithee, I'll bring my wood faster. He's not even talking. Oh, why is this now? And he's in his fits. If he's never drunk wine before, it will do best to remove his fear. That does me little harm. Thou wilt not. I see you by thy trembling, prosper works upon thee. Come on your ways and open your mouth. This shall teach you our language, cat. Open your mouth. This will shake it. I tell you this and I tell you this wisely. You don't know who your friends are. Open your chaps again.
I should know that voice. It should be, nobody is drowned and these are devils. Oh, defend me!
4 legs and 2 voices. His forward voice is to speak well of his friend, but his backward voice is to detract and utter foul speeches. It takes all the wine in my bottle to help him. I will cure his fever. Open thy backwards mouth. This is no monster of the isle. This is a devil. Mercy, mercy. I'll take my leave. I have no long spoon.
Stefano! Stefano, touch me and speak to me. Friend Trinculo, be not feared, my good friend Trinculo.
If thou beest Trinculo, I shall hold thee by my lesser legs. If any of these be Trinculos, these are they. Thou art very Trinculous indeed. Art besieged by this mooncalf. Can he bet Trinculos?
I took him to be killed by a thunderstroke. And thou were not drowned, Stefano? Oh, I hope thou were not drowned. Is the storm overblown? I may under this that you cast gabardine for fear of the storm. Oh, and thou art living, Stefano? Oh, Stefano, to Neapolitan snakes!
Do not turn me about! For my stomach is not constant. These be fine things. If they be not sprites, that's a brave god who meddleth your liquor. I will kneel to him.
How didst thou come hither? How didst thou escape? I was upon a butt of sap which the sailors heaved overboard. Behind this bottle, which I brought to myself, and I made by mine own hand, by the bark of a tree. Now, how then, being capped? How is thine fever?
Oh my gosh. I'll swear upon that bottle. I'll be your true subject. My liquor is not earthly.
Come on then, swear how thou came hither.
Swim ashore, man, like a duck. I can swim like a duck, I'll be sworn.
Thou swagger like a duck, while you're built like a goose.
Stefano, hast thou any more of this?
The whole butt, man. My cellar's behind a rock by the seaside.
Hast thou not fallen from heaven? Out of the moon!
I was the man who made the moon before time was.
I have seen thee, and I do adore thee.
Come, swear to that, kiss the book. I shall fill the contents anon.
This delight! This is a very shallow monster! I have heard of him! A most poor, weak monster. The man in the moon. The poor credulous monster. Well-drawn monster in good sooth.
I'll show thee every fertile inch of the island. I'll kiss thy foot. I prithee, be my God.
Come down then and swear!
I'll kiss thy foot. I swear myself thy subject.
I shall laugh myself to death at this puffy-headed monster. This most scurvy monster. I could find in my heart some beat.
Come, kiss!
But that poor monster's been and drink. A most abominable monster.
I'll show thee the best springs. I'll pluck thee berries. I'll fish for thee. I'll get you wood enough. I'll plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear no more sticks, but serve thee, thou wondrous man.
You know, a most ridiculous monster to make wonder of a poor drunkard.
Prithee, let me show you where the crabs grow. Oh my gosh. Let me bring you to the jay's nest. Let me show you how to snare the nimble marmoset. Let me bring you to the clustering filbert, and let me get you the young scamble from the rock. Wilt thou come with me?
Lead the way, not another word. Triculus, bear my bottle. We shall find out the contents in you. Triculus, else the captain and his crew be drowned to sea. We shall inherit him.
Farewell, master, farewell, farewell.
A howling monster, a drunken monster.
No more dams or lake for fish. No more fetcher firing and for watering. No more fish, no more fish. Batman, has a new master, get a new bed. Freedom, hey, freedom, freedom, hey, freedom.
Lead the way, O brave monster.
And West Side Story. We're finding inspiration from other artists around us. Yes, we're going to start our fundraising auction in the middle of a show. An idea graciously given to us by our friends over at 32 Bars. We've adapted it in a fresh, new, and tediously brief way. Tonight we have 5 fantastic items on on auction, some rat-related, some Shakespearean, some that are neither, and some that are both. To start us off, our very own assistant director, Katie Hinnemock, who sadly could not be here tonight, is offering to write one lucky audience member a Shakespearean sonnet on a subject of their choosing. Bidding will start at $5. Do I hear $5 for a Shakespearean sonnet? $5. $5. Do I hear $10? We could just end it at 5. It's entirely possible. Hey, listen, I'm out, or we could skip it entirely. Do I hear $10 from anyone? $10 to Alex. Shakespearean sonnet of your choice. Think of all the possibilities. $10 going once. Going twice. Oh, $15. Fantastic. Well, there we are. 15 going once. Do I hear 20? 15 going once. Going twice. And sold to Logan. Now, Logan, for something completely unrelated to this, could you give me a name? Any person's name?
Which direction do I want to take this? Algor.
Algor. That works. You'll see it later. Now, following that up, rats, rats. We are the rats. Yes, indeed. MDSP's long-standing love of rodents lives on to this day. And our very own president, Jack Benedict. Jack, are you here? Yes, you are. Jack has offered to send you a picture of a rat every day for a month. A whole month of rat pics. Think of the possibilities! Bidding will start at $5. Do I hear $5 for rat pics? $5 for race? Do I hear $10 for rat pics? $10 for rat pics? $10 for rat pics? $15 for rat pics? $15 for rat pics? $10 for rat pics going once? $10 for rat pics going twice? $10 sold to ring! You'll see. Cats. We'll take it. All right. Now, you've actually met our next auctioneer already. Cyrus, one of the best musicians on UMD. Hey, Cyrus, great artist. And the man who you just saw kill it in the role of Stefano has put his own musical prowess on auction. Immediately after the show, he will serenade you or a person of your choice. Yeah, that's the entire sentence. Person of your choice. Bidding will start at $5. Musical serenade for $5. Going once. Not going once. $5. $5 for musical serenade. Do I hear $10 for musical serenade? $10 for musical serenade? $10. Do I hear $15 for the sweet, sultry tones of Cyrus's voice? $15. All right. $10 for Cyrus going once. $10 going twice. $15. Fantastic. Ooh, bidding war again. Do I hear $20 to bend Cyrus to your will? $20. $20. All right, $15 for Cyrus going once. Going twice. $20 for Cyrus. I see. Fantastic. You can make him sing anything of your choice as well, I think.
Every song on this thing.
He knows every song. All right, $25. Do I hear 25? 25? 20 going once. 20 going twice. And sold to, what is your name? Katrina Hollingsworth. Can I get a body part? Just any body part from you. A word rather than lending me an arm. A foot. A foot. Fantastic choice. Alrighty. Now, next up, Nora. Nora, can you please stand for us, please? Nora is one of our esteemed set designers and a rat art connoisseur. She asked me to say that. Now, Nora is actually a fantastic artist. She has offered to create you a thumbnail portrait of you in any cartoon character or style of your choosing. A little like profile picture, that sort of thing, you know. Bidding will start at, surprise, surprise, $5. It's $5 for art, $5 to Jack. Do I hear $10 for art by professional? $10 to Mikey. Do I hear 15 for 15? Do I hear 20? 20? Do I hear 25 for art? It could be rat related if you choose. 25? 25? All right. So I believe we were at 20, yes? 20? 20 going once. 20 going twice. And sold to Claire. Oh, wait. Yes, 25 for a rat thumbnail of interest. $25, fantastic. I mean, Claire, you could clap back if you like with 30. Or 25 and a cent, if that's your choice. We do accept Venmo if you don't carry pennies. Okay, all right. You were 25? 25. All right, 25 going once. 25 going twice. 25 sold to Jack. All right, so this next item I actually have a prop for. Ooh. So, folks, hello. Alright, folks, we have come to our final auction item of the night. Now, I'm not actually selling you this hat, but let me explain. I'm rather excited about this one. You see, this item is not only a piece of audience participation, both in the next scene and in our exec scene, but also, you get to wear this silly hat. Now, the details of how you'll be participating and why this hat will soon become apparent. But first, we auction. The ability to wear this hat and participate in 2 upcoming scenes will start at $5. $5 going once, it's not going one side, so you have the $5. You want to hear $10. $10 for this, to wear this hat, basically. $10. Yeah, you'll end the end scenes, but I think I know which one I like better. $10 for this hat? All right, $5 going once to Cyrus. $10. $15 to be in 2 scenes. Be a part of a scene and in another scene, I should say. Fantastic. $10 going once. $10 going twice. And sold to, what is your name?
Liam.
I say, good name. Liam. Jack, I don't think I asked you a word. Could you give me a noun, please? And Liam, can you give me a different noun? All right, everyone with me? Mushroom? Noun 2 is mushroom. You know exactly what to do already. I see you've worn one of these before. That ends our auction. Thank you all so much for helping fund our next show. I hope you enjoy your prizes, rap-related or otherwise. Next up, we have A Midsummer Night's Dream. Act 1, Scene 2. Starring Nikki Saramaksari, Grace Levine, Alex Bryant Taff, Nate Hollingsworth, and directed by... Oh yeah, Liam O'Donoghue. Now, while my actors get to places, I should say a little bit about the scene. Midsummer Night's Dream was actually the show that made me realize I love doing theater. And it's a show that I keep returning to whenever I want to have a laugh, because it's just a great show. This scene is the one where we meet mechanicals, who are a group of actors putting on a play. Like a lot of group of actors, there's a bit of dysfunction inside of it, so I hope you enjoy it. Without further ado, please take it away.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name. which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day. At night.
First, good dear Prince. Say the name of the play and what it treats on. Next, read the names of the players, and so row to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you. Now, good dear Prince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself the most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humors for a tyrant. I will let air please rarely, or part to terracotta, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' cause shall shine from far to make him mar the foolish gates. This was lofty. Now, name the rest of the players. The Serapis vein, a tyrant's vein, a lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows bender.
Here, dear Prince.
You, Flute, must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Faith, let me play off a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Pyramus, my lover dear, my Thisbe dear, and my
No. You must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Snug the joiner.
Here, Prince.
You, the lion's part, and I hope here's a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extemporare, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion's part too. I will roar, that it will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar, that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek, and that would enough to hang us all.
That
would hang us, every mother's son.
I will grant you, friends, if that you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I may roar as softly as any sucking dove. I will roar and twirl any nightingale.
You play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet man, a proper man, as one may see on a summer's day. A most lovable, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What be where I must play them?
Why, what you will.
I will dispense it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple ingrained beard, or your French crown-colored beard, the perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play bareface. But, masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, desire you, and request you to call them by tomorrow night. And we will meet in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight, for if we meet in the city, we will be dogged by company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
There we will meet, and we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect.
So thank you for being our audience participation for that scene. We'll have you up later. Where was I in the script? Yeah, here's a totally non-canon line. Fantastic job, actors, and if I may say, very well directed, Mr. O'Donoghue, wherever you are. You know, Shakespeare once wrote, "All the world's a stage." Now, if you think hard enough, or rather, not at all, you could consider that performance you just saw a play within a play within a play about players rehearsing for a play. Indeed, the bard set a great many profound ideas to paper. Or did he? If you ask me, yes, Shakespeare was Shakespeare, but in the late 1800s, a mere 2 centuries after his death, theories start to float around alleging that a mere son of a glovemaker could have never become one of the most famous authors in history, and someone more important must have written the entire body of work and simply never took credit for it. Yeah. This argument, which is clearly based in fact and not at all influenced by classism, has found some minor support over the years, and so today we here want to run a few figures from the theory by you, our lovely audience. Sorry. It's a bit on tongue twister, Jakers. Here's how this game works. I'm going to give the entire room a brief biography of some of the candidates of the true Shakespeare, and then I'll call on one of you with your hands up to tell me if you think that person was the real Shakespeare. To start us off, you know, everyone has their 6 degrees from Bacon, but did Shakespeare have 0? Indeed, our first candidate is none other than Sir Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon. Lawyer, philosopher, and playwright. Indeed, if you look closely enough at the combined works of Bacon and Shakespeare, you can eventually find statements which express similar ideas. Yeah, that's it. That's the entire thing. Now, I press this question to you all. Was Bacon the real Shakespeare? I mean, he had a good name, what can I say? Volunteer from the audience, was Bacon the real Shakespeare? Hands up, please. I saw you first. What's your name, Mr. O'Donoghue? Oh, thank you, Mr. O'Donoghue. Was Sir Francis Bacon the real Shakespeare?
He was indeed.
Well, that settles it. I mean, okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Probably not. But the real point of this question is I want to ask you, can you give me a verb? Transfigures. I'm gonna alt that. I think transfigure will work better for what that's replacing. Cool. But thank you. Fantastic. The next person that we have, our next candidate is Edward de Vere, the 17th Earl of Oxford. Yes, indeed, Edward was an esteemed court poet and famous patron of the theatre. This argument is largely based on the fact that the idea that English nobility didn't want to have their names associated with the theatre for the general public, despite that he actively sponsored theatre for the general public or whatever. Most of all, he was wealthy and a noble, so naturally he was more innately qualified to write about the human condition. Yeah. Now, ignoring the fact that he died years before Shakespeare's last play was published, was De Vere the real Shakespeare? This is actually one of the actual canons. I saw your hand first.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Like, I'm not as good name as Bacon, but I'll take it. Hey, can I get an exclamation? Next up, now, while the other candidates are noblemen and gentry, which is the main basis for the argument that Shakespeare was poor and couldn't write, therefore, the next candidate was an actual playwright. While his humble origins as a cobbler's son should disqualify him on similar grounds to Shakespeare, this will like shoes more than gloves. Just as his death during Shakespeare's early career should call into question his ability to actually write the content, Marlowe's time as a spy for the English government in Life College, by the way, it's fascinating, look it up. Larger-than-life exploits and mysterious death make it seem as if he might have faked his death in order to become a playwright under a false name. It really does beg the question, though, was Marlowe the real Shakespeare?
Yes.
Yes.
Because those lines are definitely long enough to hide secret codes.
I mean, probably. Who knows? Hey, can I get an exclamation from you, too?
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Good. All right, we just have 2 more candidates left. Now, this might bring it back to your American history class, or maybe it won't, because he's an important figure if you're a nerd like me. But our next candidate, and penultimate, I should say, is none other than Sir Walter Raleigh. While Marlowe often gets attention in his candidacy, Raleigh actually had a very similar, exceptional life. The theory goes that while he wasn't busy colonizing Ireland, establishing Roanoke, and searching for El Dorado, he's kind of the reason why that became a big thing. He spent his free time creating the Shakespearean canon. Yeah, definitely. So, was Sir Walter Raleigh the real Shakespeare? I think I saw a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's been all yeses so far, and I haven't challenged any of you. I'm going to challenge you now. What? Honestly, good argument. Cool. Can I get an exclamation from you as well?
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell! I mean, of all the exclamations to end a song, that's a very good one. All right. So I'm not going to give you this person's name because I want really the facts to stand up for themselves. So, our final candidate is one that is near and dear to my heart. I'll be honest, he's the only candidate that I actually firmly believe to be Shakespeare. I mean, all the clues are there. He was alive at the right time, in London at the right time, wrote in all the right styles, setting the very same ideas on the page. Heck, he's even one of the most published authors of all times. He even has the right name. My question to you all was, was Shakespeare the real Shakespeare? Alex.
No.
Because?
No one with a name that named William could make up that many words. It had to be multiple people working together.
That's a bunch of crap, dude, but I don't know what to tell you. Fantastic. Can I get a plural animal from you?
Rats.
Why the rats? All right, that concludes our game. Can I get a round of applause for all of our brave volunteers? There was 4 people. That's actually another one of the theories. Sorry, I should tell you. Now we reach that point in our review where we transition from comedy to tragedy, and we got some tremendous scenes going forward. Next up, we have Julius Caesar, Act 4, Scene 3, starring Noah Corman as Cassius and Cameron Denny as Brutus, directed by Raffaella Tenno. Now please welcome Raffaella to the stage as she tells us a bit more about her scene.
So, I chose to do a scene from Julius Caesar because it is actually the first Shakespeare play I ever read. And before I read it, little middle school version of me thought Shakespeare was yucky. I no longer hold that opinion, if you were wondering. This scene specifically from Julius Caesar, right? So we're all kind of familiar with the plot of the first part. A bunch of conspirators, including Cassius and Brutus, our main characters, conspire, they stab Caesar to death, and then they go to war with his heirs. At this point in the play, the 2 of them, the generals working together, are at war with his heirs, and yet there is some conflict between them over what else? Money. This is a really fun scene full of lots of, anger, betrayal, ex-best friends, or maybe current ones. We worked really hard on this, and we hope you enjoy.
Now you've wronged me, Dr. Peer, in this. You've condemned the noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes to your Thessalians, where in my letters, pretty on the sides I knew the man, were slighted off.
You wronged yourself to write in such a case.
In times such as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should bear his comment.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to have an itching palm, to sell and march your offices for gold to undeservers.
I, an itching palm? You know that you are Brutus that speaks this, or by the gods this speech, or else your last.
The name of Cassius honors this corruption, and chastisement doth therefore hide his head.
Chastisement?
Remember, Marge, the Ides of March, remember. Did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? What villain touched his body that did stab, not for justice? What? Shall one of us that struck the foremost man of all this world but for supporting robbers, shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes and sell the mighty space of our large honors for so much trash as may be grasped thus? I had rather be a dog and bathe the moon than such a woman.
Brutus, bait not me, I'll not endure it. You forget yourself to hedge me in. I am a soldier. I, older than yourself, abler practice to make conditions.
Go to! You're not Cassius.
I am.
I say you are not.
Urge me no more, I shall forget myself. Have mind upon your health, tempt me no farther.
Away, slight man.
Is it possible?
Hear me, for I will speak. Must I give way in room to your rash choler? Shall I be frightened when a madman stares?
Oh, God, ye gods! Must I endure all this?
All this? Aye, more, for till your proud heart break. Show your slaves how choleric you are, and make your bondmen tremble. Must I bouge? Must I observe you? Must I stand and crouch under your testy humor? By the gods, you shall digest the venom of your spleen, though it do split you. For, from this day forth, I'll use you for my mirth, yea, for my laughter, when you are waspish.
Is it come to this?
You say you are a better soldier. Let it appear so. Make your vaunting true, and it shall please me well. For mine own part, I shall be glad to learn of noble men.
You wrong me every way. You wrong me, Brutus. I said an elder soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
When Caesar lived, he durst not thus abuse it.
Peace, peace. You durst not so have tempted him.
I durst not?
No.
What? Durst not tempt him?
For your life, you durst not.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I think I shall be sorry for.
You have done what you should be sorry for. There is no terror, Cassius, in your threats. For I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass me by as the idle wind, which I respect not. I did send you for certain sums of gold, which you denied me. For I can raise no money by vile means. By heaven, I have rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas than to rain from the hard hands of peasants their vile trash by an indirection. I did send you for gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. Was that done like Cassius? Should I have answered Caius Cassius so? When Marcus Brutus grows so covetous to lock such rascal counters from his friends, be ready, gods, with all your thunderbolts, dash them to pieces!
I denied you not.
You did.
I did not. He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Oh, Brutus hath thrived my heart. A friendship bears friends' infirmities, but Brutus makes mine greater than they are.
I do not, till you practice them on me.
You love me not.
I do not like your faults.
Friendly, I could never see such faults.
The flatterers would not, though they do appear as huge as high Olympus.
Oh, come, Antony, young Octavius, come. Revenge yourselves alone on Cassius, for Cassius is weary of the world, hated by one he loves, braved by his brother, checked like a bondman, all his faults absurd, set in a notebook, learned and conned by rote, or cast into my teeth. Oh, I could freed my spirit from mine eyes. There is my dagger, and here my naked breast. within a heart dearer than Pluto's mine, richer than gold. If that thou beest a Roman, take it forth! I, that denied thee gold, will give my heart. Strike as thou didst at Caesar, for I know, when thou didst hate him worse, thou lovest him better than ever thou lovest Cassius.
Sheathe your dagger. Be angry when you will. It shall have scope. Do what you will. Dishonor shall be humor. Oh, Cassius, you are yoked with a lad that carries anger as the flint bears fire, who much in force shows a hasty spark and straight. Cold again.
Had Cassius lived to be but mirth and laughter to his Brutus, when grief and blood and ill temper affects him?
When I said that, I was ill-tempered too.
Do you confess so much? Give me your hand.
And my heart too.
Alright, so, I'll tell you what, Julius Caesar is a hard act to follow. I hope I'm more of an Antony than I am like more of an Augustus than an Ante or a Lepidus. That's right, second triumvirate humor right in this Shakespeare show, enjoy. Alright, now, if you've never seen our review before, you might be wondering why we've been asking you for words throughout all these activities. To answer all your burning questions, I'd like to call our executive board, plus Liam, on stage to give you a very special reading of Act 3, Scene 4 of the Scottish play, the one that rhymes with Macbeth, if you will. Please welcome to the stage, Jack Benedict, our president, as Ross. Our vice president, yeah. Skipping you, our publicity director, Raphael Tenenbaum, as the Scotsman. Our vice treasurer, Logan Dylan Hoover, as Lady M. I will be playing Lennox. Our director, Paul Rader. Finally, Mikey, our vice president, as the first murderer, and Liam, where are you, Liam? Come hither. You've been given the very special role as the ghost of Al Gore. Here's what's going to happen. The ghost of Al Gore repeatedly enters and leaves the scene. In this scene, the Scotsman, I won't say his name because superstition, is having a dinner banquet right as Al Gore is murdered by the first murderer, among others. The ghost of Al Gore returns and haunts the Scotsman. That's the scene we're about to see. You're going to see some entrances and exits. You can just use that door if you want. That's where you sit down. Fantastic. Now, if you would kindly take position over there. Now, can I get the entire executive board to line up, please? So, a promise is a promise. A slightly modified one of what I originally said would happen, but one of the traditions that we have otherwise is modifying Shakespeare's scenes with impressions and accents and cat ears maybe. By the way, where are those? Could I get the other set, please, as well?
Thank you.
Yeah, can you run back and grab them? Oh, thank you, Nikki. Now, I'm going to let you all give each one of us, the executive board members, one fun dare. The things you can ask for are this type of thing. You can give an actor an accent. You can make an actor do an impression. Give some sort of physical challenge, such as walking backwards the whole scene, that sort of thing. Or, you can give an actor cat ears. We only have two, so choose wisely. Who'd like to start? Oh, Raphaela.
I'll start.
All right, fantastic. What dare can we get Raphaela? All right, I had a cowboy accent.
Cowboy.
The Scotsman is getting a cowboy accent. All right. I think Cowboy Knackers was one of our actual MDSP productions. gentlemen, you and me alone. And then finally, Paul. What can we get for Paul?
Cat ears!
Cat ears! Alright. We have our ears, we have our mouths. Now let's perform in a completely unrehearsed scene.
We're eating. It's going to be eating.
Yeah, alright. We're eating. We're hanging around the table. So fantastic. Whenever you're ready, take it away, Raphael.
Howdy. You know your own degree. Sit down at first and last the hearty transfigure.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keep her stay honey. In best time you will require her transfigure.
Pronounce it for me, sir. To all intents. For my heart speaks, they are transfigured.
See, they encounter thee with their hearts' thanks. Both sides are even here. I'll sit in the midst and be large in mirth. Anon, we drink around the mushroom ground.
Join me, lords, as a murderer talks to a person.
There is a fisherman on thy face.
That is Al Gore's then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats, yet he is good. That did the delightful flight on since thou didst it, thou art the non-terrail.
Most royal, sir. Lance is scape.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, whole as the marble, founded as the rock. But now I am cabined, ribbon, confined, bound into saucy doubts and articulations. But Algor is safe.
Aye, my good lord. Same thing, a ditch he lied. With 20 trenched gashes on his head, the least. A death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the serpent who lies, the worms that's fled half nature, till in time will venom bleed, no teeth for the present. Get thee gone, tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again.
My royal lord, you do not leave the cheer. The feast is soul that is not often fat. But 'tis a making, 'tis given with transfigure. To feet were best at home. From thence the sauce to meat is ceremony, meaning we're there without.
Sweet remembrance, sir, now. Good digestion, wait on appetite, and health to both.
May it please your foot sit.
His absence, sir, lays blame on his Please, your foot, grace us with your royal company.
The mushroom is full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is it moves your foot?
Which of y'all have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks in me.
Gentlemen, rise. His foot is not well.
Sit, worthy cats. My lord is often thus. And have been from the seat. Pray, keep seat. The fit is momentary upon the throne. He will again be well, if once you know him. You shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not. Are you a man?
And a bold one that dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, trouble stuff. This is the very pity of your articulation. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led to Duncan. Oh, my laws and stars, impostors to true articulation. Would well become a woman's story in a winter's fire, authorized by her grandma.
cheeks, when mine is blanched with titulation.
What rats, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
Good night to us all. We'll have fishermen, they say. Fishermen will have fishermen. Stones have been known to move and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have magpies and chows and rooks brought forth the secretest man of fishermen. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning, which is which?
How sayest thou that Macbeth denies his person at our great dinner?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of them, but in his house I keep a servant fee. I will tomorrow. Betides I will to the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for now I am bid to know by the worst means the worst. For mine own good, all causes shall give away. I am in unfilled now, stacked in so far that, should I wait no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er. Strange things I have in head that will to hand, which must be acted ere they be scanned.
You like the season of all natures, sleep.
Oh, come, will to sleep, my strange and self-abuse is the initiate titular that once our use. We are yet but young indeed.
Somehow commentary on the Bush administration, yes. I don't know, it's late. But, boy, I missed doing those. Thank you again, Liam, you're amazing. All right, so, thank you so much for your help in making that scene. We've shown that together, we can make pure, unhinged art. Now, we have one final scene of the evening, Othello, Act 5, Scene 2, starring Jamie Breeden and Bronwyn Morse, and directed by Huda Alexander. Please welcome Huda to the stage.
Hi everyone, I'm directing Othello. I chose this scene because I think it really shows that love is very complicated. It's not just good, there's also a really bad side to it. And I hope you guys enjoy.
It is the cause. It is the cause of my soul. Let me not name it to you, you chick stars. It is the cause. But I'll not shed her blood, nor scar that whiter skin of earth and snow, and smooth as monumental alabaster. Yet she must die. I shall betray more men. Put out the light, and put out the light. Oh, thou flaming minister, if I might quench thee, I can again thy former light restore, should I repent me. but in putting out that light, thou cunning smatter of excelling nature, I know not where is that Promethean heat that can thy light make known. For once I have plucked the rose, I cannot give it vital growth again. It must needs wither. I'll smell it on the tree. Oh, palmy breath, and might persuade justice to break her sword. One more. Be as thou art now in death, and I will kill thee and love thee after. One more, and this the last. Oh, sweet was never so real. I must needs weep when they are cruel tears. This sword was heavenly. It kills where it doth love. She wakes.
Who's there? Othello?
Ah, Desdemona.
Will you come to bed, my lord?
Have you prayed tonight, Desdemona?
Aye, my lord.
Well, if there be as yet some crime unreconciled with heaven and grace, solicit for it straight.
Alas, my lord, what do you mean by that?
Just do it! Be quick. I will walk by. I would not kill thy unprepared spirit. No. Heaven forfend, I would not kill her soul.
Talk you of killing!
Ah, I do.
Then heaven have mercy on me!
Amen, with all my heart.
If you say so, I hope you will not kill me. And yet I fear you, for your fatal pen when your eyes close so. Why I should fear, I know not, and since guiltiness I know not, but yet I fear.
Think on my sins.
Terrible loves I bear to you.
And for that thou diest.
The death's unnatural that kills for loving. Alas, why gnaw you so your nether lip? Some bloody passion shakes your very frame. These are portents, but yet I hope they do not point on me.
Peace! Be still!
I will so. What's the matter?
That handkerchief that I so loved and gave thee, thou gavest to Cassio.
No, by my life and soul, send for the man and ask him.
Sweet soul, take heed of perjury. Thou art on thy deathbed.
I, but not yet to die.
Yes, presently. Therefore, confess thee freely thy sins. For to deny each article of oath can neither remove nor choke that strong conception that I do groan withal. Thou art to die.
Then Lord have mercy on me.
I say amen.
And have you mercy too. I never did offend you in my life, never loved Cassio, but with such general warranty of heaven as I might love. I never gave him tokens.
By heaven, I saw the handkerchief. Oh, perjure, man. Thou dost stone my heart. It makes me call what I intend to do a murder. But I thought a sacrifice. I saw the handkerchief.
He found it then. I never gave it him. Send for the man hither. Let him confess the truth.
He hath confessed
What, my lord?
to using you.
How? Unlawfully? He will not say so.
No. This stopped. Iago would take an order for it.
Alas, my fear interprets. What, is he dead?
All his hairs been lies. I could revenge and stomach for them all.
Alas, he is betrayed, and I am done.
Witness that word into my face.
Oh, banish me, my lord, but kill me not.
Nay.
Kill me tomorrow, let me
Please come find me in the little lobby room right between, right after this door where I will be selling T-shirts and have the donation box. Cyrus, are you up to like play your thing right after the show? Because we could arrange that for Miss Hollingsworth. Fantastic. So, could I please have all of the actors and directors join me on stage? One last bow. Everyone, it's been a pleasure putting this on for you. So thank you all so much for coming. Let's get all together. Fantastic. All right. We're all lined up. Maybe scoot down a little bit this way. All right. And voila! T-shirts are in the lobby. Our main stage spring show is King Lear on May 13th, 14th, and 15th.